Launching a Legacy and Sustainability grants round today, where we're delighted to have funded 5 grantees to take forward the grants round and the program. So our first grantee is Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations, and they've been brought on board as our capacity building partner. And they will really be working alongside us to build the capacity and the sustainability of the other 4 grantees. And that absolutely is the main purpose of this grants round. It's to strengthen and build up these already wonderful organizations, but to make them even stronger and more sustainable for the future, so that once the program has ended, they're really strengthened and able to go forwards and to continue their fantastic work. And that's the second aim of the program, is to enable and support these organizations to really work for the benefit of people with disabilities, people with mental health conditions, in particular women, and to really empower them to speak up and to advocate for improved situation and rights in Ghana. So those are the 2 main aims of the program. So we're investing nearly 1 million CDs in this grants round. It's our 3rd grants round, and we're just really delighted to be investing this money. And thank you so much to UK Aid, who have provided the funds for this. It's going to run for 12 months. So it'll finish just before the overall end of the program, which we're anticipating will conclude around March 2024. First grants round was for the COVID-19 psychosocial resilience grant, and we funded 7 grantees in that grants round, and that has now closed. It ran from a year between 2020 and 2021. And those grants were really focused on building sort of mental health capacity and resilience of people with disabilities, people with mental health conditions, people who had been infected with COVID-19, and also to support healthcare workers, which was a really important element of that grants round. That has been closed and evaluated. It was hugely successful, and I'm sure that some of our media friends were at our recent film screening where we shared some most significant change stories, and you can find those stories on our YouTube channel as well if you go and search for Ghana Somubi YouTube channel. And then our second grants round was the Evidence and Effectiveness grants round, where we supported 9 grantees, and they were really focused on 2 key areas of work. So one area of work was really focused on advocacy and advocating for the rights of people with disabilities and mental health conditions. And then the other strand of that grants round was focusing on social behavior change. So supporting grantees to work to change stigma and discrimination and to address those issues in Ghana. Because we absolutely know that people with disabilities, people with mental health conditions are severely discriminated against and seriously stigmatized, unfortunately, in the country. And some of the fantastic work that our grantees have been able to do under the Evidence and Effectiveness grants round has, for example, been to develop language guides. So they've worked in, I think it's up to 10 or so local languages, to really look at some of the words that are being used to describe people with disabilities, people with mental health conditions, and to say, you know what, actually those words themselves are quite stigmatizing, and it perpetuates the discrimination that people with disabilities or mental health conditions face in Ghana. And so they've worked with community stakeholders, they've worked with language experts, and critically, of course, they've worked with people with lived experience of disabilities or mental health conditions to look at the language that's being used and to come up with alternative languages. So we've got about 10 language guides now that our grantee partners have developed. And I think that's a really important step, because language matters and what you call people matters, and it's absolutely critical.